Hello everyone, welcome to this session of Engineering Metrology. After the completion of this presentation, learners will be able to appreciate electrical comparators, their construction, basic elements, working principle, their advantages and disadvantages. The moment we see comparators, we realize it is used for comparing something. What we are comparing? We are comparing an unknown value with a known value. And the instrument used for this comparison measurement, that is comparing an unknown value with a known value, is known as comparators. Now comparators are of various types depending on the working principle. What are they? They are mechanical comparators, electrical comparators, optical comparators, pneumatic comparators, and many others. So in this diagram, we see an electrical comparators and their elements. What are the elements? There are two coils, coil 1 and coil 2. There is a plunger, there is an arm, there is an armature, and there is a flexible strip. These are the basic components. Now in this diagram, we can see the movement of the plunger more clearly. This is the plunger. One end of this plunger is connected to coil B, and the other end of the plunger is connected to coil A. The armature is exactly placed midway between the two coils A and B, and this armature is connected through thin steel strips. These coils A and B are connected to an Wheatstone bridge. Now generally electrical comparators depend on a Wheatstone bridge circuit for measurement. What is Wheatstone bridge principle? Wheatstone bridge principle states that a direct current consisting of 4 resistors, 2 on each arm, is balanced when the ratio of their resistances in the two arms are equal. That means there are 4 resistors, R1, R2, R3, R3 and Rx. These two are known resistors, R3 is variable resistors, and Rx is unknown resistor, and it is connected to a battery. You can see the battery here. The points P1 and P2 is connected by a galvanometer. Now the principle states that when the ratio of the resistors, that is ratio of R1 by R2, R1 by R2 is equal to R3 by Rx, then the Wheatstone bridge is in a balanced condition. In a balanced condition, no current will flow through this galvanometer. The current flowing through this galvanometer will be 0. When the bridge is unbalanced, then only current will flow from P1 to P2. Now the plunger is the sensing element in an electrical comparator. Apart from the electrical part, we are having a mechanical part. The mechanical part consists of the sensing element, which is the plunger, the movement of which displaces an armature inside a pair of coils. The movement of the plunger, you can see the movement of the plunger here. The movement of the plunger, if this plunger moves, what will it do? It will strike the armature, as a result of which this armature will not be in a balanced condition. That means the armature will either move towards coil A or towards coil B, as a result of which the balanced condition will be disturbed. So here it says the plunger is the sensing element, the movement of which displaces an armature inside a pair of coils. The movement of the armature causes change in inductance in the two coils, resulting in a net change in inductance. Now I have already stated that the armature is placed midway between the coils A and B. When this plunger disturbs or deflects this armature, the armature will move either towards coil A or towards coil B, as a result of which the balance condition is disturbed and an inductance will develop. The movement of the armature will change or cause a change in the inductance of the two coils, resulting in a net charge in the inductance. Initially there was no charge, as it was placed midway and it was in balanced condition. As the armature moves towards either coil A or coil B, the balance condition is broken, as a result of which there is a change in inductance of the two coils. Now this change in inductance imbalances the bridge circuit. I have already stated that when the Wheatstone bridge circuit is in a balanced condition, current flowing through the galvanometer is 0. But when there is an imbalance or the balance condition is broken, there will be an output. What is the output? A current will flow through this galvanometer. The output display device, whether it is analog or digital, is calibrated to show the readings in units of length, that is linear displacement. This electrical signal can be read from a display unit, which is calibrated to show the readings in units of length. That means the movement of the plunger causes displacement of the armature. The displacement of the armature causes change in the inductance of the two coils. As the inductance changes, the balance condition of the Wheatstone bridge is broken. When the balance condition is broken, a current flows through the galvanometer. Whether we are using current flowing through the galvanometer will give an output. Now that output can be read from a display unit. It can be either analog or it can be in the form of digital, and it is generally calibrated in units of length, that is, it will show linear displacement. Now what are the advantages of an electrical comparator? Now these electrical comparators are widely used because of their instantaneous response and convenience to amplify the input. That means the moment there is a change in the plunger movement, that response can be seen immediately on the scale. That is, the response rate is very fast. The moment the plunger moves, we can see it or read it from the display unit. And in between the movement and the reading of the display unit, the armature moves, the balance condition is broken, there is a change in the inductance of the two coils, and a current flows through the galvanometer. Very high magnification possible with these comparators. That means the magnification that is possible is very high. That means the small displacement of the comparator is magnified many times. And we can see that there are less number of moving parts compared to mechanical comparators. When there are less number of moving parts, there will be less friction, less wear and tear, and more accurate reading. That means its accuracy will increase. More sensitive towards vibration. More sensitive towards vibration means a small displacement can be displayed on the or read from the display unit. The instrument is very compact in design. That means it is very small and compact, unlike other comparators. What are the disadvantages? The first point is it is quite expensive compared to mechanical comparators. That means costlier than mechanical comparators. An external source of energy is required. We require an external source of energy, and since the coils get heated, the accuracy may be affected. If the coil temperature rises or if the heating takes place for a longer time, the accuracy will be affected. Thank you.